some form of a cold fusion process where you have the elements present and you fuse them together so they still maintain their identity, but they interpenetrate into one another.
So in other words, do you think there is a possibility to find naturally on this earth we can
Something
find?
like that. I'm going to look. I'm intrigued now. This is the type of thing I enjoy doing and dealing with, but it's also a challenge because I showed it to one of my friends who was a metallurgist, and he shook his head. He said, I don't see how it can be put together. And that's the way we are right now. And I think it's important that those of us who are in the scientific world sit down and do some serious study on these things instead of putting it off as figments of people's imagination. I respect Mr. Stevens and the people I have met. I respect their integrity. I'm doing this with no attempt, no desire for any form of remuneration. I want to know, I want to see. And that's the only reason that I'm digging into it. If it's to be a business or as part of a corporation, I'm doing this independent of IBM.
So in other words, could I say this material is extraterrestrial?
It doesn't look like anything that we've made here. At this moment, I would feel very much inclined to accept what was given to me as being true.
I see. So as a result of your whole experiment, what is your opinion about those materials?
I think we must start working on a dedicated basis to look at these things and find out why we are given these grouping of specimens. I respect the people I have met so far, their integrity, their willingness to work. Mr. Delatosa in his work on photography, and Mr. Stevens, the way he has done his best to give me specimens. We have all done this for one thing, to serve and to find out what truth there is to this. I understand you have visited the individual, Mr. Myers, who has been given these specimens. What is your feeling about him?
Well, he's an honest man, and he's living a very simple way.
It formed an orange-red deposit. I was watching that and photographing it simultaneously.
I asked Dr. Vogel if he thought Billy Meyer could be trying to fool him.
He was giving me a sample which contained chromium would have been absolutely out of the ordinary, because the metal chromium is a rare earth metal, and you would have to be really knowledgeable in chemistry to get this. If you want to build a sample, from a standpoint of taking, you wouldn't have that type of knowledge. We've got about 6 scientists now, one from SRI, another one from Ames Research Laboratory. There are 2 from Ames, and one is from GE, the atomic energy area. There are 2 from IBM. And we formed a group. There's about 7 of us. We meet now every 2 weeks, and we're digging into this with all of our skills.